Titles. Go.
Pinball Pirate.
The Strawberry Cow.
The Big 5-3.
Black on black.
That doesn't work for Hulk Hogan, brother.
Quackhead.
Don't forget to kill the big baddie.
Pink milk.
Let's Occam's razor this bitch.
It's a pleasure to play with you.
The Bearded Lady.
I love Guantanamo Bay.
Is that a Hooters shot class?
Damn right, bitch.
Let's do this.
Warning. What you are about to hear contains explicit language, adult themes, and potentially disturbing content. The views and opinions expressed are those of the hosts and do not reflect the opinions of anyone else, anywhere, ever, in the history of the world. This podcast is intended for an immature audience and should not be listened to by anyone, anywhere, ever, in the history of the world. You know, fuck it. You've been warned.
Hello, welcome to this week's edition of Geek Pod. I'm your host, Paul.
I'm Hugh.
DC here.
My glasses are fixed. I'm Jack.
Guys, what's got you geeked?
All right. So I've been waiting to talk about this. If you notice, I'm not wearing the shirt I said I was going to wear going forward. I'm wearing a pinball with a pirate hat on and a couple swords because this is the t-shirt from Two Cousins Pinball in Marcy, New York. Now, I mentioned previously that my wife and I were going to be taking our anniversary vacation like we do, or vacation, our anniversary trip up to Little Falls like we do every year. And she had rented out a pinball arcade for 2 hours for us to play, just her and I. And it's called Two Cousins Pinball in Marcy. And we get there that day, and this place is in what used to be a car dealership. It's not what you typically find, think for an arcade. And you walk in the door, and immediately there's this big hallway, and there's this pirate themed stuff there. It's really, really fucking cool. But the first thing I notice is it's clean. It's beautiful. Walk down the hall, and there's a stand where I assume they take payments and everything. And there is Matt. He is one of the cousins of Two Cousins Pinball. And he's like, hello, how are you guys? We're so excited to have you here. I mean, he was the nicest, coolest guy maybe I've ever met. We immediately, before we've seen no games because I mean, this is kind of set up like an office right now, but this guy is making us feel right at home. Like, they were really excited that we chose them. They've only been open a few months. And I think maybe, I don't know how many people have said, hey, can we rent the place out for 2 hours to celebrate our anniversary? But it seemed like it was a big deal to them. So he leads us in. They have a little area where they have tables for food, and there's one of those pizza warmer things. There wasn't food that day. And I immediately see there's a TV screen right there. And I think there was one in the office too. And it said happy anniversary on it. And he starts going over, the whole story of the place. And then he leads us into the pinball room. And I got to tell you, this is like a giant lounge, or think nightclub. In the center, there are couches and chairs and places to sit. There is like a stand where I don't know, maybe they do it almost looks like a bar, but I didn't see any bar stuff there. It was a place where maybe they stand there and monitor stuff while they have events or whatever. Huge TV again says happy anniversary. Over to the left, there's a pinball table, a foosball table, and there's stairs that go up to an upper balcony area where you can kind of hang out and see everything. And then there is the actual pinball tables, and they lined this place all the way around with another section in the middle that they seem to have set up special for games that are there temporarily that they get on loan from other places. And first of all, it was such a cool vibe. And again, clean. In fact, the bathroom, you could have eaten off the floor in the bathroom. It was so goddamn clean. I don't know how many arcades you've all been in. I know, Paul, you've been in a lot of arcades. You don't even want to eat in an arcade, let alone off the floor. This place was absolutely spotless. I was blown away. We got to play the pinball games, and every single one of them was the very best maintained pinball machine of that particular model I have ever seen. All of them meticulously set up. And he had emailed Damara and said that we have a surprise for you, something you guys are going to be the first to see. And then they ended up later on, a few days later, they posted the unboxing video. They had gotten in the brand new Dune table based on the Dennis Villeneuve something movie. They were actually scrambling to get it together and set up the night before so that it was ready for us. And we were the first members of the public to play this table. And I could probably go on for a segment about how cool that table is. But if you know Dune, you know there's sandworms. There is this circle in the upper left where there's like a magnet that'll grab your ball and it comes up. It's a sandworm. It comes up. Sometimes it'll suck the ball down into the table. It'll pop out somewhere else. And then there's one at one point when you start a multi-ball, it comes up, sucks the ball down a little so it doesn't move, comes all the way up, and then spits the ball into a wireframe that comes down and starts another multi-ball. Really, really cool table. Regardless of all of that, we just had a fantastic experience. They had the new Harry Potter table, which Damara had been wanting to play. Man, what an amazing place. If it was closer to us, we would be there every weekend. And it's only about 45 minutes to an hour away. It's not that far. But I want to, first of all, thank them. Matt, you guys really made us feel welcome. We had a fantastic time. And we got talking and mentioned that I had a podcast and they might want to do something with us. I know that we had talked about doing something with Skillshop, but every time I go there, the owner's not there, so I don't know what to do. I talked to one of the owners at this place, and he seems like he's interested. So I told him that when I talked about it, I would let him know so he can kind of check this out, this episode. And maybe we'll be able to do something with them in the future. But to anybody listening, if you like pinball, you have to check that place out. Two Cousins Pinball in Marcy, New York. I cannot recommend them enough. On top of that, the other big news for us this week that has us geek is, DC's gone.
No, I'm still here.
Oh,
I just didn't want. I'm gonna mute myself and turn my thing up real quick. I gotta blow my nose. I don't want anybody here to see it.
Gotcha. See, I thought you left to go to Two Cousins Pinball, like I told you to.
Not yet. When I can walk.
The other thing is that we also got a new vehicle this week. We picked up a Nissan Pathfinder, 2025 Nissan Pathfinder last Friday, and it's an amazing vehicle. Loving it, loving it. Our lease was coming up, and we kind of knew we wanted to move up into a larger vehicle because we've really thought about getting an RV of some sort. And we got the higher trim version that has the built-in trailer hitch, so we can tow 6,000 pounds. And our thought is we do so much traveling now, maybe we spend a little bit and get an RV, but we can like park it at a campground when we go to Maine, we go to Massachusetts. We may not have to pay for hotels and things like that. And plus, it'd be easier to take little weekend trips, over the summer, go to a campground, something like that. So, really nice vehicle. We've always been happy with Nissan. Our sales guy, Rich Hanlon, came through for us again, like he does every time. And I can't wait for you guys to see it at some point. It's a beautiful blue, and we have not picked out a name for it yet, but we're thinking.
Very cool.
But yeah, I've had a great week.
Sounds like it.
A great couple weeks, I should say. I mean, I couldn't poop for a couple days in there, but the rest of it makes up for it. That's just getting old, man.
That's great. No, so basically what Hugh said, one of the things that has me geeked, I have two quick things. I got a new car myself, so I've been busting my ass working 50 hours a week, 50 to 60 hours, so much overtime at work. So I was like, let's just save for a car. A good deal came up, a 2021 Jeep Compass black on black. So it's a really looking sharp. It's got a big ass screen, the heated seats, big sunroof, all these sort of things. So when I went to go pick it up, the guy's like, don't forget, it's a hot day. You're already sweating. You're like, oh my God, it's so hot. He's like, don't forget to use your cooling seats. I'm like, what's a cooling seat? He's like, let me show you. And a cooling seat, guys, is amazing. So you're just driving and having the cooling seat happen. Oh, delightful. It's really nice. It's a big upgrade from my old car, so it's a very enjoyable. It's going to be my next car for a while. Only 14,000 miles on it, which is nice. So that's nice. So new car. This is only my third car ever owned. So I'm going to be driving this one probably for the next 8 to 10 years. We'll see what happens. And then the last thing that's me geeked, I mentioned this a couple times ago. They're making that John Candy documentary on Amazon Prime. It's called John Candy, I Like Me. It was released by Ryan Reynolds the other day. So if you have ever seen Plane, Trains, Automobiles, he has that famous scene with Steve Martin. He's like, I like me. My customers like me, and all that stuff. So it's called John Candy, I Like Me. And Chris and Jennifer Candy, John Candy's children, have been working with Ryan Reynolds and Colin Hanks, Tom Hanks' son, to produce this documentary, and it comes out in the fall. It's going to be released in Canada in September, and in October, we should be getting that. And I just recently picked up another autobiography on John Candy. I've already read three autobiographies on him because I really enjoyed the actor. He's cool. I just learned, yes, I knew he was born on Halloween, but he had a quote. He's like, great, I'm a fat guy with the last name Candy, born on Halloween. This sucks. So I was like, wow, I love the guy, but that's like such a sad quote, but a good quote to learn more about the guy. So this documentary comes out, and I couldn't be more excited for it. Those two things. That's it.
You're still muted.
What are you saying, DC? You're muted, bro.
Is that better?
Much.
Yes.
Start from
So
the start.
anyway, I said that's cool. I can't wait to watch John Candy. Um, I always loved him. Uncle Buck's one of my favorites. Actually saw him when everybody went on vacation. I watched Stripes, Bill Murray, John Candy's in it, plays Ox. I love that. I love that his character in there in Stripes. But yeah, Uncle Buck's one of my favorites. So I can't wait to see that, especially if it's on Prime, because there's a lot of things that are coming out on Prime that I can't wait to watch. I never finished Vox Machina this last week because I couldn't figure out how to change the TV from regular TV over to put on Netflix and Prime and all that other kind of shit. So I watched Stripes and Mask of Zorro. That's what I did this week. And what has me geeked is that I got to see my son. Thank you all for wishing me a happy birthday. My birthday was on Friday, big 5'3". Uh, I never feel my age, except for when I turned 39, I felt my age. But other than that, I don't feel my age because I can't really feel anything. Um, from the knee down. Um, oh wait, I
I
don't
was
have
gonna
any
say
from the knee
you
down.
don't act your age, so I get it.
But what had me geeked was Shark Week. Shark Week was last week. It's always my birthday week. Um, Pretty much. And so I forgot, which is weird because I never forget. It's been on 35 years or more, and I've seen every single Shark Week, not without fail. And I forgot it was on, and my son had to tell me that it was on. He called me and he's like, "You've been watching Shark Week?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's not till next week." He goes, "No, it started on Sunday. It was Tuesday." And so thank God it was on Max. So I watched all the episodes. There's some cool shit. So Shark Week has me geeked, and there's other things that had me geeked, but they go into the video games thing. So I'll talk about them then. But that's it.
All right. I guess it's my turn. Um, much like DC, I had a birthday while we were off,
That's
also
right.
on Shark Week. Um, so
Wait. So two of us got cars and two of us had birthdays. Hmm.
Two
yeah,
cars, two birthdays.
Yeah,
I think there's a rap song in there somewhere.
yeah, could be.
and
Or
from the ads I see on
We're
Facebook,
white
we
and
can
we're not
say,
Eminem, so we can't rap it. We're white and we're not Eminem, so we can't really
Okay,
rap
then a country song. That'll work
it.
too.
yeah, but now you have to lose those cars. That's
Right.
Oh
Or
no, no, no.
your dog has to die or your
Or
wife
you
has
got to
to.
have no more birthdays, one or the
Right.
other.
Well,
that would
unfortunately,
definitely make
my
a country
birthday's on the
song
same
too.
day every year, so.
fair. What were you saying though, Paul?
Thanks, Jack. I appreciate that.
Whatever.
I'd say I had a pretty damn good birthday celebration all the way around. We started it off, help me out here, the Saturday before my birthday.
Yep. What did we do?
Instead of having the huge birthday rager that I always do, and it costs a lot of money and takes a lot of time for cleanup and planning and all that, we decided to throw a D&D one shot in my honor. First time ever playing D&D at my house. We had a good time. It was a small group. We played in the Ravenloft setting, and my big stipulation was those of us that are on the regular campaign are not allowed to play the same type of character we're playing there.
Oh.
Um,
So
which
what'd you play?
which is funny because three of us at the table played fucking clerics.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um, Jack, God, I wish I should have filmed this
You
fucking one
should.
shot because Jack was such in his element. He was so over the top and flamboyant and just goofy as fuck, and it fit the character he had. It was so big and boisterous that we could hear Madison cackling from the other room just listening to Jack.
oh my God. Jack, were
It
you
was
playing a cleric or what kind of character were you?
I was a cleric, and I really wanted to find my father. And go ahead, Paul. You explain it. It's your part.
Papa.
I just kept saying, "Papa, where's my papa? You want to help me find my papa?"
Oh, is Papa the new ale?
No, he's
It
my
was for that night, yes.
well,
Um,
but it was
but
good.
no, it was really cool. Luke distributed little slips of paper to everybody, and he gave us, directions and things to write on it. And then we had to pick out of a hat, the two things, and it was the character's name, and then we had to roll dice to find out like how all of us were attached to this character in some point. And Jack was his son. Um, Reggie, which was Luke's friend, was his best friend. I was his former best friend. Shayna was also his daughter. Luke's wife was also a best friend, right?
She was the one that knew him, spoke very highly of him, basically. Yeah,
Yeah.
a good friend. You're right. Yeah.
And then my pal Dave from work was his worst enemy, and he was also playing a rogue. So his whole motivation for the adventure was going to be to go find this guy and kill him while the rest of us were trying to find him.
Yeah, basically,
I
it
was
was like,
his
I'm
former
gonna.
best friend. Yeah.
Yeah, Dave was like, I'm gonna kill him. Like, you can't kill my papa. He's like, watch me. I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
So that was a cool night. We had a good time doing that, and then birthday dinners and stuff with my mom and all that. And then um this past Friday night, DC's birthday, we celebrated by doing another one shot at Luke's house, and we played the Lego castle set, the Red Dragon or the Curse of the Red Dragon or what it was called.
Oh, wait a minute. Somebody had the Legos?
Luke has the Legos.
Yes,
Oh, I gotta get me that. I got
It's
to.
it was cool. That set is amazing.
Is it?
Like it's all modular, so as you're going through the adventure, he's pulling pieces off of the set and you're seeing where you are in the inn and all this other stuff. And once again, we all played characters that were nothing like us. I played a ranger,
Oh,
an
okay.
Aarakocra ranger.
Oh,
Yeah. Which was funny because I didn't realize it at the time, but the whole adventure centers around hot wings,
and we had
like
hot
chicken
wings.
wings. So I played it where my Birdman was very offended.
Oh, Clucky, it's okay.
Yes. No, somehow throughout the adventure, I decided that his name was Sanders, and he had a soldier background, so he was a colonel.
Yeah.
good Lord.
Yes, yeah.
I so wish I could have been there.
I said it about halfway through. I'm like, we should have recorded this one too. Like this should have been filmed. But it was nice to be able to just sit down at the table and just go and not spend 45 minutes getting increasingly more angry when the software doesn't work with me.
Right.
Um,
You'd
but
think we'd have that figured out by now.
yeah, I've got it all dialed in. Just the cameras don't work with us every time. So, people were very generous this year too. That's why I said I had props. I'm just gonna go through some of the things that were gifted me on it. For one, before Wild
Nice.
Wings.
Nice.
Okay. And my good friend Jack
What's
got me two things.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
sticker. He insisted I put it on the Bronco, but I don't think I can physically do that. But so it's gonna go on the gear bag. He also got me a T-shirt. Nope, everything else just fell down.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
And
Happy
then,
Nice,
birthday,
Jack.
Frank. Yeah, happy birthday.
thank you. My pal Dave got me this.
Nice.
Nice.
This is going to be fantastic for the people who listen to the show. They just keep hearing me say, got me this, and nothing's showing up in there. That was the Funko um, Mr. Knight Pop Deluxe. It's a whole scene of Moon Knight as Mr. Knight sitting in his chair next to his nightstand with the statue and all that in the back. Shayna, who also got me the Buffalo Wild Wings gift card, also got me a Funko Pop scene of Cyborg Superman,
Oh, cool.
as well as a 4-pack of butterbeer and a T-shirt that I forgot to bring down with me. So sorry, Shayna, on that one. And then my family, they got me that really cool snack tray that I forgot to bring down as well, that we used during the session. Also a new baseball cap, which I'm not wearing. I will show you though. It is a Ford Bronco baseball cap. Nice Ford Bronco logo in bronze. It doesn't really show well here. It looks white from here. Trust me, it's bronze. And then finally,
Wait. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, wait, what?
I say, is that a thing? When I get a new vehicle, am I supposed to like get a hat that says it on it?
People
No,
got
it's
for
just
Jeeves, people got for Broncos, people do that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You don't have to.
And finally, my wife got me a t-shirt that she wants me to wear to softball. Let me just show you this shirt.
That's my girl.
I lost it.
It says there you go. That's my girl. There.
Is it still there? Or did it go away again?
It keeps going away.
All right.
There you
Oh,
go.
we got it, we got
Keep
it.
it like
There we
that.
go.
Keep it like that. Oh, there you go. Okay.
That's
Oh,
on the back.
Nice.
Um,
that's not happening.
when I opened it, and God, this is where I'm glad Kristen doesn't listen or watch the show. When I opened it, I looked very puzzled, and I'm looking over at Kylie because the kids knew what these gifts were because they were from them. And Kylie's sitting over there on the couch, looking at me like this, going,
Hmm?
Love it.
"That's that." I was pantomiming me shaking my head, saying, "No, no." So on the way to their game Monday night, she says to me, she goes, "Daddy, please don't ever wear that to my games." And I'll probably abide by that ask. So
You should go in a t-shirt and then as you're walking through the front door, just have that in the front seat and throw it on and throw up some dirt on. Like, oh, what
right,
a great game. What a great game. Oh, it's dirty. I had to put it in the dish and the
it's got to
wash.
go in the trash. Um, so all around, I felt like I had a pretty good birthday. I wish the rest of you guys could have joined us for the D&D sessions. We did have a good time.
Yeah, I wish
Um,
I could have been there. I got this. I don't know if you can
it
see it.
disappeared twice. Nope.
Move it
Nope.
back a little, DC. Move it back a little.
God, we're terrible at this. Nope.
Yeah,
Put
it
in the
looks fucking
ca-
terrible.
There you go.
There, wait, I saw it for a second. It looked like it's a Dungeons and Dragons figure.
It is.
Is it
It,
Hank the Ranger?
yes, it is. My
It's sad
son
that I
saw
knew
it.
that from that quick glimpse.
Yeah, he saw it and was like, okay. And I was like, is this the only one? And he said no. Because a couple, like last year, actually, the last time I saw my grandson was at Christmas time a year ago or more. That's what I got. I got him one of those as well. But there are other ones. There's Bobby the Barbarian, and then there's the Wizard and stuff. So Alex thought it would be funny if he got it for me because I'm looking to try to find out where I can watch the cartoon all over again. So I don't remember where it's on. So I have to try to remember. It might be on Prime, but I don't get Prime in my room. So, but that's what I got for my birthday, some snacks. And then I got something else, but that ties in with the video games.
All
So
right. Well, very cool. Just so you know, I believe Ollie's has at least half of that wave of figures in stock right now.
Yes.
I saw him.
That's where I
Some of
got
them
it for
there.
my grandson. So I'm gonna try to make it out
I
at some point.
think they have Bobby the Barbarian and um the girl in the bikini, the
Oh
dark
yeah.
haired one. I don't
Yep.
remember what her name is. Sheila's
Yeah,
the
me
thief.
neither. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah,
But yeah, I want to get them just to rehash. I know
yeah.
they also have Dungeon Master. I do know that too. I've
They
seen.
Target had like when they first came out. I think they were exclusive to Target, and they had all of them, like all six main characters. The Dungeon Master, which also came with Uni, I believe, and they also did the bad guy, which I don't remember his name now.
Oh yeah, me neither.
Venger
Right.
or
I
Verger or
wish they
one of the.
had Tiamat.
Well, they do. Super Seven made one, and it's like $600.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So moving on, I think it's a good time to kick it right to the Players Club, guys. What you playing?
All right. So, two things I want to bring up. Number one is something I'm not playing, but something I pre-ordered because it was just announced this past week. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there is a Hellraiser game
Mm-mm.
being released. It is called, and I was pulling it up just to Hellraiser Revival. This is an original game that with input from Clive Barker, he's promoting it and he was involved in the making of the game. And Doug Bradley is coming back to voice Pinhead. And this is a full-on, I mean, the Red Band trailer has, full-on sex with full nudity and violence and gore. And the idea, from what we gather, it's a first-person game, which means it's probably going to make me motion sick, and I'm probably not even going to be able to play the pre-ordered version that I ordered, but it's a fucking Hellraiser game, so I have to. Paul knows how long I was looking for a Pinhead figure. For years, it took me to find that.
Mm-hmm.
So what it seems is that there's the normal lament configuration, which is what people mess with to open the door and bring the Cenobites in. Uh, there's a new configuration. It's called the Genesis configuration, and it looks like it can be used as a weapon against Cenobites and things in the Hell dimension. So you're actually going through the Hell dimension and you are fighting these things. I don't know. It looks crazy. I mean, go look up the trailer, even if you're not going to play the game, because it looks like a Hellraiser game. I ordered the one of the collector's editions, not the highest one. I just got the game and a few things. It comes with a one of the cubes, but you can also do an add-on for it. So I'm going to get both versions, the Lament version and the Genesis version, but it's like accurately sized and it says LED features, so it must light
Oh,
up in some
cool.
way. But I'm like, this is just cool. This is right up my alley. This is a game I've been waiting just about my entire life for. Uh, not just taking a really cool horror figure and plopping him in Dead by Daylight because I fucking hate that. I cannot stand that. This is an actual game based around the lore of Hellraiser. So that's going to be awesome. The second thing is I don't know. It got it in my head that I wanted to play something. I'm replaying the Tomb Raider Survivors trilogy, Survivor trilogy, and this started with 2013 Tomb Raider, then Rise of the Tomb Raider a few years later, and then Shadow of the Tomb Raider. And I'm letting you guys know because I don't know if it's on sale for you, Dan, on Xbox. There's a big sale. Like it seems to be on sale everywhere. But for you, Jack, right
Uh,
now on Steam, it's $11.16 for the entire trilogy with all of the DLC and everything. You should probably run and grab this because you know how the Arkham trilogy is good to own because those are games you go back to every couple years and play through them.
oh yeah.
That's what this trilogy is.
Okay.
It is, I personally think, and the best the characters have been treated, but it's also just a fantastic game. And it really takes the idea is that there's a young Lara Croft before she's, what we saw in the old games. This is her just starting off, not really believing in the crazy stuff that she sees later on and becoming the person that we eventually know from the games that came out, years ago. Uh, really well done, voiced well. Camilla Luddington or Camille Luddington, she's a British actress. She voices Lara Croft and does a really, really good job. Graphically, it's amazing. And what I really love about it is that you earn a lot of upgrades. You start off with nothing, and you get a pistol, and you get the bow, and by the end of the game, you're using the bow. I mean, it's like straight up stealth, taking people on. It's just really, really cool. Like the control scheme is one of those, every time once in a while you run into a game that you really kind of fall into the character. And kind of like the Fallout games, like every once in a while you just want to grab this and go like shoot some shit with your bow. Well, imagine that, but there's also, your bow also shoots, ropes and things, and you've got all these environmental puzzles and really cool stuff. If I remember correctly, because I'm up to the second game already. I've only been playing it for about a week, replaying, I should say. And what's kind of neat is that from game to game, it's not like you're starting over all over again. Like she kind of has some of the skills. There's still skill trees. You still have to get experience and put points and stuff, but you don't lose everything from game to game. As she becomes a more complete person and has a more complete skill set, some of those skill sets follow her. But I mean, for $11.16, I mean, for God's sakes, Jack, I'd almost like gift it to you on Steam, rather than have you miss it out. And I'd gift it to you, Paul, but I know you won't fucking play it. So what's the point?
No, I remember when I had like a PC back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I played the Lara Croft Tomb Raider games. Those were fabulous. Like you said, you fall right into the character. Sounds
Have
pretty
you
cool.
played these?
No,
Because
I haven't,
okay, this is
though.
a reboot. I do
No,
go.
you got to, because it's free on Xbox, all three of them.
Oh, okay. So have you played them, Dan?
Yeah.
Oh, so you know what I'm talking about,
Oh
then.
yeah, dude. They're awesome. I got so like it for me. It was like playing like almost like playing Mass Effect or Skyrim. Like I was into it. Like I was like playing it and was like just like you said, the graphics are amazing and just the story is cool and how you have to level up and you have to, you got like you said, the puzzles and all that kind of crap. I had to look up a couple of puzzles on the internet just to figure out how to solve them because I was like completely dumbfounded. So yeah, those are cool games, Jack. If you can get them, you got to get them, dude.
And I know you've got a newish computer, so you should have zero problem playing these.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, as we're talking, I'll look in the Steam library right now.
Okay. But that's all I got. Who's next?
Go ahead, DC. I'm not doing anything this week.
Okay. So what am I playing? So one of the things for my birthday, my father got me Xbox gift card. So I got College Football 26. And my son is pissed. Him and his buddy, they split it. When they bought it, because of EA Play, you get it's $62.99 plus tax. When I got it, it was $48.99. So it cost me $52.50. And he was pissed because I saved so much money. So now I have more money left, so that way I don't have to pay full price when Black Myth Wukong comes out at the end of next month. So I've been playing a lot of college football. But before that, I was just starting Act 3 in Baldur's Gate 3. I followed along in the beginning with how to make 4 people extremely powerful. And so now when I had to do like Act 2, the end of Act 2 and everything, I don't know where you are, Paul. But
Act 2.
yeah, Act 2. So at one point, I'm not going to spoil it.
That's
But
right. I know most of the story. Yeah.
So I had to kill the big baddie. So I fucking wrecked this guy. Like 2 rounds and he was dead. And I missed twice with my archer. When you shoot it, it just says miss. I still killed him in 2 rounds.
Nice.
My guys are that awesome.
Now, are you using
Yeah.
mods or just the
No
actual-
mods, just straight. Because like I said, I followed what it was. Like my guy that I created, because then I used the other people from the story, is my guy I created is, I'm only level 9 right now. Because I didn't do all of the quests in the first act or the second act. I didn't do all of them. But I did a lot of them. So I'm level 9, working towards level 10. My guy is a straight cleric. And I got a couple of offensive stuff, but I heal everybody. And then I take all of the scrolls, and the scrolls that I don't want, I give to the magic user, Gale. But I've leveled everybody up, and everybody's level 9. But I've done a couple of things. I took Will, and he starts out as a warlock, but then I added a class. I made him a sorcerer, so he's a sorlock because I always like that. And then Karlak, who's a barbarian. I did 3 levels of barbarian and 6 levels of fighter.
Wow.
And so, but my guy's a cleric. He fucking kicks people's ass, and I can heal everybody like crazy. So if they're down, halfway in hit points, I just click one of my spells and they go right back to their max hit points, which is over 130 for most people. Um, and then I have Shadowheart. She's a first level cleric and an 8th level monk. That's how they told me to do it. She fucking fury of blows all the time. So she gets 2 attacks, and then you can do flurry of blows. So she gets 3 attacks. I'm putting people down in one of her turns, and they're basically the same level. But yeah, I was kicking ass on Baldur's Gate, but now I'm rolling with Syracuse on college football. I'm playing Dynasty. I'm in my 4th season. And the thing that I found cool is this year you have the actual coaches of the actual teams. So like Syracuse, you can make your own head coach, or they have Fran Brown. So I
Nice.
just left Fran Brown. And so I'm just playing the hardest thing is with Syracuse is to do the recruiting aspect, because I try to go after every 5-star prospect in the game. So, but with Syracuse, it's really hard to get a lot of 5-stars. This year I have the most so far, and it's not even the end of the season. I have 7, but I did do 2 seasons with Georgia, and my first year I got 13, and the second year I got 16 5-stars. So I've never seen this before. Georgia was a 99 overall, a 99 on offense and a 99 on defense. That's the first time I've ever seen that. And then I just play offense with them and Syracuse. And my second year when I was 99 overall, you play a total of 16 games if you go through the national championship, and I had 9 shutouts.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I shut out Alabama. I shut out Texas. I shut out Ole Miss, LSU. Like, I was like, are you serious right now? And all 3 playoff games, including the national championship game, I shut everybody out in the playoffs. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to go to somebody who's a little harder. So I went to Syracuse. Georgia's my second favorite team. Syracuse, obviously number 1 because that's where I live. But Georgia's my favorite team. I've always been a big Bulldogs fan. Back when I had the old college football games or whatever like that, and I was doing Road to Glory, and you had people recruiting you. I tried to be the very best I could be, so I would get a letter or an offer from Georgia so I could go play with the Bulldogs. So, but yeah, so college football is it right now for me. I'll go back to Baldur's Gate probably in the next week or 2, but I was playing Baldur's Gate during the time that everybody was gone. I played one day. I got up at like 9, started playing at like 11, and then I had dinner at 5, and then I had a snack at 11, and then I went to bed at 3. So anytime that I didn't eat or sleep, I was playing Baldur's Gate like crazy. So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Nice. And Jack, you said you're not playing anything because it's summertime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just been a fucking busy week, so that's it. What are you playing?
Still WWE. I don't have anything new to report there, except, well, not from my game, but um, the newest DLC just came out, the Fearless something or other pack. Big news coming out of that one is Penta's in the game.
Oh, nice.
So they put Penta in, but they also put fucking Shaquille O'Neal and other basketball players and stupid shit. I don't know. big rumor coming for next month is they're going to float out a previously unannounced Hall of Fame pack. We're going to get Goldberg and Nikki Bella
Oh wow.
and probably a bunch of other assets and stuff. Which will free me up a slot because I already downloaded a Community Creations Goldberg to put in the game. Because when I set up my universe, I do one just WCW show and one like Federation era show. So I have all the old guys in there doing their thing. Um, so I needed Goldberg, and just so Gunther can fucking tap him out. Um, but that's all I've got. I've been going along playing with that, mostly spending my time in either universe or faction, whatever it's called, mode, because that's where you get all the cards. You can unlock other characters or other versions of the characters. I remember around Halloween time, I pulled a pack of their identities cards or something, and I got CM Punk dressed as Rowdy Piper. So I mean, for me, it can't get much fucking better than that. Like that was my character I used the rest of the time. But that's about it for video gaming for me. I think. Let me
Did the
think.
Bray Wyatt pack come out that you were talking about? Did you
It's
dabble in?
it's not a pack. It's a chapter in the island, and
Okay.
I'm not up to that yet, so I haven't gotten to play it.
Okay.
I'm chipping away at it, but that's fucking slow going because the island is really fucking weird. Like I said, like the one mission was to find our truth.
Mm. He wouldn't want to be found if you think about it.
Fun fact, he's going to be in Binghamton very soon. I think Saturday, as of this recording, Saturday, August 2nd. He is performing as Ron Killings, like rapping, I think. And then he's doing a meet and greet at Speedy Fest.
That's great.
Oh,
Get rowdy.
my brother
Get-
Sean goes to that. Forbes goes to that. So I'm gonna have to tell him.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's like $40 a ticket for a meet and greet. Go to the show. I guarantee he closes his rap show with his fucking theme song. So, I considered taking Madison to it, but I mean that's SummerSlam, man. I can't
Right.
miss SummerSlam to go meet a what C level wrestler.
I
Ouch.
mean, sea level. I haven't seen him anywhere for a couple weeks now.
Well, that's because he's what Ron Cena now, so you can't see him.
Oh, is that what it is?
No. No, I don't know. When they brought him back, like it was big for what, 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and then I don't know. It
Yeah, he
probably
cut
will
his
also help
hair,
if I
that was-
watched SmackDown all the time because I think that's where he was showing up.
He cut his hair, and then that's the time we saw from him.
Right, and gone.
Yep.
It's like, let's redo your image. He cuts his hair. It's like, yeah, it didn't work. So bye.
Right. But if that's it for video gaming, I think we should throw it to break. We'll come back with the news. Stick with us, guys.
Talking to the stranger with the skeleton flute was his first mistake. Playing it was his second. Be careful what you wish for never meant anything to 12-year-old Sam until the night he blows into the skeleton flute and wishes for his parents to stay together. The stranger promised Sam his greatest desire, but the morning after the low, warbling note came out of the glowing flute, Sam's life has been turned upside down. His brother and sister don't exist, and his best friend doesn't know him. His parents are together and happy, but is it worth sacrificing everyone else he loves? Caught in a web of unintended consequences, Sam must try to get his old life back, despite the challenges that wait for him if he succeeds. And that means uncovering the mystery behind the strange man's identity and the skeleton flute. The Skeleton Flute hits shelves on August 27th. You can pre-order your copy now on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, your local indie, and most major book retailers.
Now, before you call for the prosecution of Beyonce to distract the public from your name being on a sex crime list currently sitting on the windshield wiper fluid display in every Stewart shops, Paul, here's the news. First up, death of a salesman. While still reeling from the passing of the godfather of hard rock and heavy metal Ozzy Osbourne, the Reaper must have put $2 in the claw machine to get 3 games for the price of 2. The not-so-immortal, it seems, Hulk Hogan died last Thursday. Whether you remember him as a childhood icon or a dastardly beer-selling racist, there was a point in time where he was almost everyone's hero. The first time we had a comic book character come to life in the public eye. I don't think that can really be stressed enough. Now, I think you can arguably say he was the first true modern era icon. There hadn't really been a new Elvis or Beatles in decades. Whatever twisted ADHD-fueled psychosis that allows people like Taylor Swift and Beyonce to become almost religious figures in the modern day, I feel can be traced directly back to the worldwide explosion of Hulkamania. Yes, he was responsible for wrestling climbing out of bingo halls and county fairs, but he also provided the blueprint for international stardom that crossed all boundaries of media and fandom. But he was also a racist, so fuck Hulk Hogan. I hope the Iron Sheik is kicking the shit out of him in the afterlife. Now, that's how you eulogize a complicated legacy, mainstream media. Fucking cowards. Next up, Hugh Allen has terrible genes. The new American Eagle ad campaign has caused an uproar over Euphoria star and future Oscar winner for Best Boobs in a Video Game Adaptation for Outrun, Sydney Sweeney's genetic makeup. The ad, which features sexy shots of her buttoning up jeans with a voiceover pun about good genes or jeans, has drawn parallels to eugenics. No, not Hitler's favorite board game, his goal to create a blonde-haired, blue-eyed master race. This is exhausting, okay? I get what you're trying to say here, but for real, let's Occam's razor this bitch. Which scenario in the American Eagle marketing meeting is more likely? A, we should come up with an ad campaign that is secretly a Nazi message that only specific traits are desirable, but not so secret that every fucking person on the planet doesn't figure it out right away. Or B, Sydney Sweeney is hot and we can make a jeans/jeans pun and people will remember and buy our shit and it will look great in advertising. Is there not enough to be upset about right now that we still have to go take time looking for shit? Let the hot chick with the vacant stare sell some clothing and release the Epstein list for fucking real. And finally, happy Griftmore 2. If you've been watching the news this week, you know that US President and Big Mac connoisseur Donald Trump has spent the last few days in Scotland. One would assume to make the EU trade deal and speak with UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, but the truth has been revealed. And it wasn't to purposefully get caught cheating at golf to distract from the Epstein list. It was to use giant golden scissors to cut the ribbon on a brand new Trump golf course in the village of Balmeedy on Scotland's northern coast. Do you think he would have even visited Scotland if this wasn't happening? I bet if you asked, he'd say he wasn't aware of a new course opening up during the trip. He found out the day before and figured it was just really good luck he happened to be there. His second trip to Scotland during all his years as president, and a golf course with his name on it happens to be opening up at the same time. Go figure. Lucky for him, he was able to make this trip on U.S. taxpayers because he had some meetings to attend that could not possibly have been held in the countries of their respective leaders he was meeting. Who would go to Germany to talk to a German politician or London to speak to the UK Prime Minister? Makes perfect sense. Like he can keep track of where all his new golf courses are opening up when he's so busy working hard for the American people, working hard on not releasing the Epstein files. And that's the news, kids. Now, if you didn't catch Louisiana Senator John Kennedy's reaction to the Midtown Manhattan shooting this week, today is your unlucky day. When asked, he said, "We don't need more gun control. We need more idiot control." Same. That's exactly how I feel about Congress. Paul?
What do you call a duck with an addiction?
A quack, I don't know.
A quackhead.
There you go.
There you go. Trivia time with Jack.
Thunder! Brother. That's all I got. All right. I was going to do Thunderstruck and Brother there, but I don't think it worked. Yay, go
What
me.
the fuck?
I don't know. I tried there. All right. Paul, I know you're just standing still right there. 1 through 4, pick it.
3. You guys thought I was frozen.
Entertainment.
Ooh.
Who did Forbes name the youngest self-billionaire in 2019?
2019.
Yeah,
Youngest billionaire, 2019. Taylor Swift.
that was my guess too, but no.
Well, my first guess actually was going to be, not guess, was going to be Justin Bieber, but
No.
I got no idea.
Kylie Jenner.
Oh, fuck that bitch.
It's all her makeup and all that stuff. So yeah, I was like, wow, that sucks.
They say the same thing about her looks. It's all that makeup and shit.
DC, 1, 2, or 4.
4.
Let's go with science. What planet has the most gravity?
Which planet has the most gravity?
Paul, you're not
Mercury.
a planet.
Mercury.
No.
Whichever.
Jupiter.
Jupiter?
Is that the closest to the sun?
No,
No.
Mercury is.
No, it's the largest, isn't it?
Yes, that also makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. I mean, it's got
Yeah,
enough
but-
gravity to hold rings around it, so.
That's Saturn.
Oh, you're right.
And that's Uranus
So-
too. So
I was going to say that, but I didn't think it was appropriate.
whatever.
Did you
Hugh, I
watch this
probably know
show?
what number you want, but what number do you want? 1 or 2?
2.
Before becoming okay, this is United States president's history.
Oh,
Before becoming president of the United States, what state was Barack Obama senator of?
oh, Chicago? Not Chicago.
It's a city.
Illinois. Illinois.
Yes, Illinois. I was like,
Sorry, I knew it was from Chicago, so
I was like close. All
I
right,
can't believe I got that.
very good. Since you picked last, you're gonna pick for the team. So this last category is animals. What animal has pink milk?
Pink milk?
Flamingos?
The strawberry cow.
Pink milk. Animal. Pink.
I got
What are those things called?
what things?
The thing that I'm thinking of.
Are you going like
I
this
need
with
a little more than that.
It's like a
udders?
A possum.
Yeah, possum.
Sure, why not? Go with possum.
No. A hippopotamus.
A hippopotamus?
Believe
I mean,
it
I'm
or
surprised anybody got close enough to check what color their milk is.
Yeah, I know, right?
not. Yeah, no. All right.
Please don't kill me. I need to squeeze your nipples. I mean,
Right.
You'll probably get
deadliest
kicked
animal in Africa.
Ugh, yeah, no. Okay, what happened in history on today, July 30th? In 1965, U.S. President Lyndon Johnson signs the Medicare bill and it goes into effect the following year in 1966.
Rolling in his grave right now.
Uh-huh. And in 1991, this is all for all of us, which is amazing. Heavy metal band Metallica releases their song Enter Sandman, which is pretty awesome.
Fun fact. Hulk Hogan auditioned to be bassist for Metallica.
Did he really?
No, not really. That's one of his lies.
Okay, I was about to say that would really suck. Can you imagine him just, oh no, I don't want to. It would just ruin the band. And
I
then
don't know about that. I don't know how good of a
I
bass
do.
player he was. We never really
Hey.
got to see him play.
He fucking rocked it out on whatever that fucking album was.
Are we talking about true, like a
WWF
real
put out.
American or something? Yeah.
Oh, that
Well,
one, yeah.
yeah, but I mean, he really was a bass player. He was a musician before he became a wrestler, so he might have been really good. Who knows?
True. That is true. And in 2004, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, starring Cal Penn and John Cho, was released. I remember sneaking into the theater with my brother with that one. That was a good movie.
Was that
They're
before
making
or
an-
after you got high with Tommy Dreamer?
before. This was only in ninth grade,
They're
bro.
making another one. Did you hear that?
I did.
Oh,
That's
wow.
why
Yes.
I put it in here. I was so excited when I heard that. Because that Christmas one I remember came out. I'm like, it was good, but I was like, you need another one.
Wasn't it? Didn't they do Harold and Kumar go
Go
to
to
Guantanamo
Guantanamo
Bay?
Bay.
That was the
Yeah,
sequel. That was the second one. And
yeah.
in my opinion, that was better than the original. I love the Guantanamo
I've
Bay.
never seen any of them.
Oh,
I
DC, you're missing
can't, I
out.
couldn't bring myself to watch them.
Oh.
They're so funny. Neil
Mhm.
Patrick Harris plays such an asshole. Like you would love it, those movies. Like you'd be rolling
But
laughing.
he's playing himself. He is Neil Patrick Harris. So
Right.
you
He's
have
playing
to
himself, yeah.
you have to watch. Yeah, dude, I'm the guy who never knows what you guys are talking about when you talk about comedy movies, and I love the Harold and Kumar movies.
I'd have
Same.
to, I have
That's
to
why I
watch
want to
them.
go to White Castle, Hugh. That's the reason was because of that movie.
That
I
was the
just want to
reason
go
I
because I
wanted
heard
to go.
they're delicious.
Yeah.
White Castle is
Yeah.
amazing,
Oh yeah.
especially if you're drunk. It's
Perfect.
the best. It's almost like when I lived here, you get drunk, you end up at Denny's.
Yeah.
Down that when I was in school at Wagner on Staten Island, when you got drunk, you picked the person who wasn't, they drove and they're like, where do you want to go? And everybody in the car at the same time said, White Castle.
Perfect.
And
No, but
you get
yeah.
a 12 pack of the burgers, are like this big
Oh, love it.
for like $6, and you eat them all before you get back to your dorm. So
No, yeah, when we play D&D next time, DC, do you have a DVD player? I'll bring you the trilogy if you want it.
no, I don't have a DVD player.
All
Do you
right.
have a
I have Xboxes.
Xbox?
Yeah,
I
so
can see if it's on Max or
yeah, you have an
Paramount Plus
Xbox.
because
But he might not have a disk drive on his
yeah,
Xbox.
no, I don't. Mine's
Oh,
completely everything is completely downloaded.
okay.
It actually is the reason I did that. Number one is it's easier, and number two, because I don't have to worry about changing out discs, and number two, it's cheaper.
True.
It was cheaper when I bought it. So
All right, let's wrap this up with some famous birthdays today. This actually has me geeked as well. So happy birthday to Christopher Nolan. He's 55 years old. He has the Odyssey movie coming out in theaters next year. I saw a trailer for that during the Fantastic Four movie. Oh my God, that's probably going to be amazing to watch. Actor for Too Bad Corbs isn't here. Actor Arnold Schwarzenegger is 78 today.
Wow.
And soccer goalkeeper Hope Solo is 44. So she got big hands. It's kind of scary. It's kind of like that Seinfeld episode when like Jerry's like getting petted by that girl and like getting wiped his face wiped. Like Hope Solo, if you ever see her hands, they're just fucking huge and it's kind of creepy. But, all right, that's all I got.
Okay.
I love it.
Let's move that right along with those giant hands to
Huge.
D&D with DC.
D&D with DC. That would be me. I'm DC. Welcome to D&D with DC. Judging by viewership and emails and whatever like that, nobody's watching anyway. So we've been going over set in our previous segments all of our characters that we play in our campaign Tales from the Keep. We've gone over mine, Paul's, Corb's. That's it. So we have 3 left, 2 people here on the podcast and 1 lovely young lady. So today we're going to go with Jack.
I'm not the lovely young lady.
No, well,
Definitely.
you can be, but you'd be the bearded lady. Let's just put it
Yeah,
that way.
choice.
So, Jack, Caden
So,
O'Malley, Caden O'Malley, your character. Why don't you give me a little bit of a description of 1, what he looks like, 2, how you came up with the name?
so Caden O'Malley, I'm Irish by trade, so I wanted to do something with my roots a little bit, so I liked that. And I wanted to come up with somebody, and he's pretty big. I would say 7'4", 400 pounds. He's a big man. So I wanted to play somebody that was different than who I am. And I came up with the name because, like I said, I'm Irish. I really enjoy my roots. I'm very proud to be Irish, and I thought that was a cool name for the character. Like I said, he's 7'4", almost 400 pounds, big muscles. He's got tattoos on him, and he's got very pierced red eyes.
Very fierce red eyes. But
And a big beard too, DC. I'm sorry, let me throw that in there too.
he's got a big beard. He's half orc, yes?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Does he have tusks?
Yes, he does have
Okay.
tusks.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to know, mostly when you see pictures of half orcs or whatever like that. I mean, obviously they're, half part orc, part human, but they do have tusks. So I wanted to make sure we got that in there. So why a half orc? Why not a human? Because they can be pretty big too, but why a half orc?
Because you're working in a fantasy type game, and I wanted to try something that I wasn't used to. I wanted to test my boundaries and try something different for me. And I think a half orc in D&D would be a good idea.
Okay. So why barbarian?
What's up? What's up, Hugh?
So just so I understand it, was your mom was human, your dad was orc, or vice versa?
So I really don't know much about my parent. He doesn't really know much about his parents.
But so one of them was human and one of them was orc.
That's what I was
It-
told.
That
So,
wouldn't work for Hulk Hogan, brother.
yeah. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. What were you saying, DC? What was the question? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Why barbarian though? Why did you pick a barbarian as opposed to any other class?
I came in late to this campaign, so I wanted to pick something that nobody was. Yeah, shut up, Paul. And I was like, it's a character because I've never played D&D before, and it's a character that's pretty. It's easier than other kind of like a cleric or a rogue or a mage, stuff like that. So I wanted to try something and be a muscle because in real life I'm only 5'7". This guy's over 7 foot tall, so it's pretty amazing.
No, I agree. I agree. I just wanted to know, why you picked the class that you did because it is, quote unquote, I covered this a long time ago. Playing a melee character is, when you have never played before, is easier. There's not too many complications. It's basically you hit things with a sword or an axe or anything like that. So that's why I was wondering. So your character, I mean, what's his deal?
Not to go into much detail because I want people to watch our D&D campaign, Tales from the Keep, so I'm really interested in that. He really doesn't have a deal. He's still trying to find his purpose. He should work with people. He knows that. He should work with a group because that's the right thing to do, but he really just doesn't care anymore. He just is ready to give up on the world, but he knows there's a greater purpose and moral compass is kicking in. He should really work with people without giving any spoilers away.
Great. I don't want you to give any spoilers away. Because we do want people to watch when the episodes come out, Paul.
These are good questions. Keep them firing. I like it.
No, it's just we want people to be able to, get into our campaign. And I think that learning more about our characters, and not only that, for everybody that's on the podcast, minus Corpse tonight, it's an insight into everybody else's character. So that way, we going back to the table next week, are going to be able to know more about each other's characters. So that way we might be able to have a little more dialogue than what's been going on in some cases.
And relating to what you're saying too, DC, Caden O'Malley, he kind of is a cross between William Wallace, Mel Gibson's character, and Marcus Aurelius, Russell Crowe's character in Gladiator. So he's
Okay.
something like that, I would say.
I like that. I like that. It was funny. I mean, now that you said, Mel Gibson's William Wallace and everything like this, and he's not historically accurate because
He's
Gibson's
not.
so small. But William Wallace was over 7 feet tall in real
He
life.
was.
I read a lot about him. But anyway, so when people watch this, they're gonna know in wonder about one thing that you say that your character says all the time, which is ale. So is it because he wants to drink a lot, or is it because he's compensating for something else?
I mean, who doesn't want to drink a lot? Because we're guys here playing on a D&D. Yes, Hugh.
No,
No,
he's
I'm a
answering the
guy that
question.
doesn't want to drink a lot.
Okay. No, that's a good question. I'm hoping we're going to hear more about that, but who doesn't want to drink a lot because we're guys trying something new. It's different for us, but I know but no, like we're going to have to see what it is. Is it because he wants to drink? Is it compensating for something else? We really don't know. When he just talks when he wants to drink something, but he could be stemming from something different. We don't know. Maybe we'll hear more in the future. There are certain buzzwords when Kate, I'll give you this. If Caden hears something, something might happen. So you'll have to stay tuned to see what will be going on with that.
Perfect. Perfect. I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking your time and explaining your character a little bit. I'm sure we could all go more and more into our characters, but as far as D&D with DC, that was perfect. I appreciate it. And I know, it's kind of difficult sometimes, especially for somebody who hasn't played Dungeons and Dragons before. But being at the table with you and getting to know you and everything like that, because we hadn't met before Dungeons and Dragons, and everything like that, it's a pleasure to play with you.
It's a pleasure to play with.
Dungeons and Dragons. Let me rephrase that. It's a pleasure to play Dungeons and Dragons with you.
I was like, what are you
That's
saying?
got to be a
DC?
title.
Yeah,
Title option.
there's a title there. I'm like, DC, no, like you've helped me a lot, and I appreciate you letting me go in my talk about the character a little bit more. So yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
learning a lot. Doing these one-offs, I think, is really helping as well. But I like
Good.
how you coached me up, and it's definitely different because I'm a very outgoing, caring person. Well, Caden, people think he could be an asshole, but is he an asshole? Probably, but it's for the viewers and listeners to figure that out.
Right. Exactly. And again, like I said, I appreciate it, especially taking the time and thought to go over your character. This would be DC for D&D with DC. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant evening.
All right. Well, unless anybody else has anything, I think that about wraps things up for us for tonight.
I guess it's time to enlighten us.
Democracy must be built through open societies that share information. When there's information, there is enlightenment. When there is debate, there are solutions. When there is no sharing of power, no rule of law, no accountability, there is abuse, corruption, subjugation, and indignation. Don't sit idly by and wait. Get informed. Get involved. Get educated. In these tumultuous times, education is revolution. And the revolution will be streaming.
This has been a GeekPod Network production.